Hello again. I'm reading to you my new novel, Lee, and we left off on page 71, so I'll pick up there. My Christmas morning walk. It's wet out, the snow isn't sticking. I started out early this morning, not even 6:30 yet, still dark out. I don't know how something new can get old so quickly. The pumpkins from Halloween, rotted and gone now. These Christmas lights, so bright, they'll be gone in a week or two at most. I don't know why people don't keep them up at least while the dark days are here. The street lights shine on the wet road. Their shine goes way down into the road, lighting up some other world down there. I talked to the rich old guy yesterday. He told me some of the plans he has. First night, he said, we're going to the baths. Got a private room with a private tub, he said. Got us a private room so you wouldn't get too excited looking at the naked people. He was trying to be funny. He was talking about himself, not me. Some of them, they get excited talking about what they're going to do before they do it. I'm used to it. I think they call it small talk. Something to prime the pump, the scientist guy explained to me one day when I asked about it. I don't mind asking him things. He knows a lot and says he likes to teach me. Somebody straightened the two Santa Claus out in the yard. They're both standing up, all proud looking in red and white. Chubby little people lit up from the inside. 7 flags are flying in front of the VFW. In the auto parts store window, the open, open, open sign is dark. First time I seen that. The Speedway red sign is lit. All the stations at the gas station are lit up bright. Stations of the Cross, gas stations. Some words used, same word, but used different. The sky is starting to lighten up over by the far end of the amusement park. Faint light at the edges of the dark horizon there. The sun will be coming up soon, a faded winter version of itself. The Target sign circles are dark, first time for that too. It's really a holiday. You'd think everybody's a Christian. The fast food places are closed, dark as can be. The empty box store is all lit up on the inside like somebody's in there. The church steeples are glowing, that's beautiful. Most everything else is dark around it. Its big red sign says Season's Greetings, Christmas Eve services. At both ends of the church, same sign, same greeting. I guess so people feel welcome coming and going. Nobody's in the church yet, it being early morning. Do you think God sleeps? Every living thing on earth has to sleep. I've thought about this a lot. If a person from another planet came down and watched us, it would wonder how we are up and moving around, and then all of a sudden we close our eyes and we're flat out. Unconscious is the word for it. I looked it up. Anything can get you when you're sleeping. Think about it. Every time you go to sleep, you kind of pass out. You don't know what's going on. Anything can creep up on you. No wonder we built houses and hid on mountaintops and found caves to live in. Dark, dark, dark sky. Shiny, shiny pavement. This is going to be a long walk. Kind of feels special because of the weather and because it's Christmas morning. A new sun. The solstice is maybe how it all started. Before we made meaning out of things, maybe the new sun was really just the new, longer shining sun. Ah, look at that big old yard. It's got every kind of lit up things you could have. A blow up Santa and a blow up train. Little blow up elves hanging out of it. Every kind of blowed up thing they could get their hands on. Now comes a long stretch of dark road. I'm walking to a morning AA meeting. I go sometimes. It keeps me sober. I like to listen to the people talk. You're supposed to make friends, but I don't. It helps me just to sit with people like me. Well, a little like me. I'm going to keep walking today. Days like this, I just want to walk the planet. Rich old guy said we might do that long walk together sometime, maybe across France or Spain. He's done it before with his wife, then a woman he lived with for 20 years. She was a writer. They had dinner parties. Boy, would I like that long walk. I don't know where I'd leave the baby for that long. Takes weeks to walk those trails. Remember, it gets cold in Santa Fe this time of year, he said. He sounded kind of hungry for me. He's not a big talker. He's old-fashioned that way. Not like some of the younger guys, the ones that talk and talk the whole time. They use all kind of words trying to sound sexy. Old guy don't do that. Stays quiet during sex. I'm a man of action, he told me. I never knew old guys could go like him. You know what I think? I think it's all the years of him not loving nobody. He stays strong because he doesn't spread himself too thin. Doesn't give away his heart. Keeps it to himself. Maybe he's saving it for a rainy day. Maybe he'll take it out someday and spend it all in one place. If you don't love nothing too much, you get to skip across life, like a stone. The neighbor boy taught me to skip stones. I was a little kid. I could make it skip 7 times in a row. That was before I even knew that 7 was a lucky number. I'd be watching it touch down on the water, skip, bounce up and touch again, drop and scoot across its flat side, jump up, touch and scoot, and keep on going. It's all in the wrist action. You can't aim for the skipping. You aim for the end. Don't worry about what it does in between. The stone knows the how of the thing. It's starting to get light, chilly. Look at that. Even the Dunkin' Donut is closed. The gas station is the only thing that's open. I gotta stop and use the bathroom. The lady's nice. How come people who don't have money, like people working in gas stations on Christmas morning, they're extra special nice? There's a guy sitting in the back coughing. It's probably her husband. Looks in bad health. A lot of poor people get in bad health by the time they get old, like 50. Guess it's too much smoking, too much eating poor people's food, maybe too much drinking for some. You know what I figure? I figure it's too much worrying. It's why poor people look older than rich people. They're worrying about everyday scampering stuff, like how you're going to pay the rent, the electric bill, your kid's dentist. Everything is a worry. Santa Fe is full of white people. Mexican people live somewhere else, but they're allowed to sell their stuff in places set aside for them. The only Mexican people I saw looking healthy were the teenagers and the children. The white people in Santa Fe look good, even when they're really old. Most of them are old, walking around all self-satisfied. They're rich, got cosmetic surgery on their faces, looking out at their little world thinking, boy, I got it good. Everything I look at is nice, all the buildings are nice, got lots of good musicians around playing on street corners. I can drop $1 in their open guitar case, support the starving artist. I feel so good about myself. The old rich guy told me a story last time I was there. He likes to tell stories, this one. I listened and I remembered. I got a friend, he said. He's such a sweet guy, but he gives to everybody. He doesn't realize he's just adding to the culture of dependence. Who the hell says that? Adding to the culture of dependence. Only a man who's never been poor, that's who. Like he knows. He don't know what it's like to not have. He thinks it's a culture. Like you get a choice to either be living on the margins or not. Really? Self-satisfied white guys, there's nothing like them. It's what makes most of the bad stuff in the world happen. Rich people, white guys, and white women too. They can't imagine life that's not like their life. They can't imagine it. They figure it's got to be kind of like their life, except for the working and trying hard part. They figure those poor folk, they want to be dependent. What a bunch of bullshit. Bullshit makes me mad. I'm crossing the railroad tracks. It's paved over for convenience and faster travel. The railroad track is whole on either side. You could run a train on it, but the thing is unusable because of the pave-over. It doesn't matter how narrow the covered up part is. It blocks the whole thing. Something about those tracks is like my life. I could have ridden that train, stayed on track, but then a part got covered up for convenience. I can be on either side of that cover-up, but I can't get through. Now that it's daylight, the Christmas lights are getting turned off at all the houses. It's not an overcast day today. I even saw a bit of sunlight, a breakthrough blue sky patch, and then it was gone. I wish I had as many words for gray as I see. There is lighter and sometimes darker grays, thinner and thicker grays. Always it's cloudy. I think that's all we're going to read. So I'm ending halfway down the page of 78. Again, thank you for listening. If you've listened this far, and I would love to hear from you. Tell me what you think, especially what you feel as you're hearing the story of Lee. Bye-bye.